Okay, in this video, I want to just get you started on putting in a little bit of data, computing some basic statistics, and just drawing a couple of graphs. So remember, if you haven't looked at my other video that and reversed your change the direction of your windows here, uh, go ahead and do it. Do Tools, Global Options, and Pane Layout, and just switch it. I'll show you how to do that in a previous video. So anyway, down here in my source window, I typed x equal c, which is combine or concatenate, and open and close parentheses. And then in between, I just put a bunch of numbers and separated each number by a comma. So that's just, if you want to basically use this sort of as a calculator, I'm just entering those numbers. X, you can use any letter there or name, equals C, open and close parentheses with all of your numbers in there separated by commas. So I'm going to highlight that and select Run. And you can see a couple of things that happened here. One is that in the console, it went ahead and put those in there. And then in the global environment, the upper right window here, this just keeps a summary of what's in your working memory and so on. It says we have X, and it's a numerical variable and has 1 to 20 observations, and the first one's 4, the next one's 6, and so on. So that just tells you that your data or your data set is there. So now I want to compute the mean of X. Mean, all lowercase, it is case sensitive, open parenthesis, and you can see when I click the open, it automatically closes. At least on mine, you can have that set up differently. And now I have the mean of X. If I want to get the standard deviation of X, SD is the command for standard deviation, run. If I want to get the 5-number summary, 5 num X, run. That's the minimum, first quartile, median, third quartile, and maximum. Might be better. In fact, I usually, instead of that, use summary X. It'll give you the 5-number summary and it'll be labeled. It also gives you the mean. So here it's a little bit better, but it gives you the 5-number summary plus the mean. Okay, we can also do some graphs like box plot. Again, just make sure that you don't have any capital letters in there, that you stay with the right case. And you'll get, this is your graph window over here. And so I have this plot. There's a lot that you can do to this, but I'm just going to do box plot X. And now I'm going to separate with a comma and just give it a color. COL is the command for color, equal, and you have to open quotations and type the number, well, actually you could do it with numbers, but colors. You could put red or dark red or blue. Sky blue is one. I'm going to select goldenrod and select run. Now, if I want to copy this graph into a Word document, just do export, copy to clipboard, copy plot, and then you can just Control V or right click and paste when you're in your Word or whatever word processor that you are using. For histogram, it's just hist and then X. Now you have a histogram. For a dot plot, in R, that's called strip chart. And I'll show if you just do strip chart X, it really doesn't work properly. There's going to be some more that we have to do. It just tells you that we have values here, 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 and here. But it loses sight of the fact that, for example, we have several 6s. So to get it to stack upright, you have to say method equal and then open parentheses stack. And that'll stack them up for you. And now you'll see we have several 6s and some other observations that they're stacked up there. I kind of don't like to have that down at the middle, so I'm going to just go back up here and put at equal C, comma 0, 0.05, and that's just the scaling on how high we're going to be, and you can see that that moves it down. We can also take that border around, and I'm just going to move this to a new line here. Frame dot plot equal false, all caps, and that will do okay, that just happened because I didn't have everything highlighted. You got to highlight the whole command to get it to come out. I took the frame out and put everything the way it should be there. You can also change the plot character. Instead of those little squares, one that I use quite a bit is number 20, and that's just going to be some little circles there. And we could add, might as well get on and do a little bit more here, comma, and then I'm going to move to a line, remain equal dot plot for x, and I'm going to highlight all of that, and that will give me a title. And that's enough for now. You could, by the way, you can do mains and frame plot equal false and that for box plots and histograms as well. But we'll stop at there for this one.